Once again, welcome to all of you in my YouTube channel Tech Knowledge. Today in this session, we are going to start session number 1 in part A. Today we will discuss about communication. In simple words, we can say that communication is only for exchange of information. Through this, we can share our ideas, feelings with the people around us. This sharing can be done, or you can say we can express through facial expressions or using any language, or you can say choose any medium. The medium for communication can be face to face, phone conversation, and digital communication like email, or you can say that social media. Today in this video, we will cover these many topics like what is communication. This is the first topic. What do you mean by communication, or what is communication? Second is methods of communication, or you can say that types of communication. Then verbal communication, non-verbal communication, and visual communication. So discuss one by one. Let's start. What is communication? Or you say that communication is what? Communication, in the simple words, we can say that communication is only for exchange of information. So means communication is a process of exchanging information, ideas, thoughts, feelings, emotions. These things you can exchange. Now you can exchange these things through any language or any other expressions like facial expressions. So you can exchange these many things like information, ideas, thoughts, feelings, emotion through your speech, your signals. Signals means your gestures, speech, signals, writing, or your behavior. Is it clear? So communication is nothing but it is a process of exchanging either information or ideas, thoughts, feelings, emotions through speech, signals, writing, or your behavior. In next slide, this is the definition of communication. See this. Communication is the meaningful exchange of information between two or a group of people, referred as a sender or receiver. Here, two means during the communication time, at least two people are involved. One act as a sender and second one act as a receiver. Here, sender always sends a message or information to the receiver through any medium. Then, receiver receives that information or message, whatever this. After that, it understands by the receiver. Receiver sends feedback to the sender. That's why communication is a two-way process. Two-way process in the sense, one way is going information from sender to the receiver, and next second way is send feedback by the receiver to the sender. So that's why it is called two-way process. Means it makes a complete circle. Speaking and writing are the example of giving information. Means through the speaking or in a written form. Speaking means oral communication, writing means written communication. So these two things are the example of giving information, whereas reading and listening are the example of receiving information. Means giving information is done by sender and receiving information is done by receiver. So sender always sends message either oral form or in written form, whereas receiver always receives information in reading form or listening form. Is it clear? Here this picture will help you to more understand about the term communication. In this, two parties are involved. One is sender and second one is receiver. This yellow line indicates for sending information. This blue line indicates receiving information. Now, sender, or you can say that communication always starts from the sender side. So communication starts with sender. Here, sender encode his message in any form, either written form or oral form. His thoughts means it generate his thoughts and convert these thoughts either in written form or oral form. That is called encoding. Then after encoding, the message sent by the sender. Sender sends a message. Then how question is arise, sender sends a message how? How is it possible? How sender sends a message? Now, sender choose any channel to transfer his or her message. Now, what is channel? Channel is a medium through which message is sent. Either it is face-to-face interaction, or you can say the facial expression, or second medium is phone conversation. Third one is digital communication. Digital communication in the sense like email or social media. So these may be the channel. So through the channel, sender transfer his or her message to the receiver. Now, after sending, receiver receives the message or information. So message is received by the receiver. Then receiver decodes this message, whatever sender sent. Then this is the process of feedback. Receiver replies to the sender in the form of feedback. Whatever he or she understands, it replies in the form of feedback to the sender. Now the communication process is finished. So here you can say communication is a two-way process. One is for sending information to the receiver and second is in the form of feedback, means it is done by the receiver. Is it clear? Parts of communication. Parts of communication are three types, means communication has three important parts. First is transmitting, second one is listening, and third one is feedback. Now understand one by one. What is transmitting? The sender transmits the message through one medium or another. Transmit means sends. The sender sends a message through a medium. Medium either face-to-face communication, digital communication, or telephonic conversation. Then second one is listening. The receiver listens and understands the message. That is called decoding process. Means after receiving the message by the receiver, it decodes. Decode means it understands that message. Then third step is feedback. The receiver convey their understanding of the message to the sender in the form of feedback to complete the communication cycle. Cycle or communication process is finished only when feedback is sent by the receiver. Next heading is methods or types of communication. The question will come like methods of communication or types of communication. Both are same. People communicate with each other in a number of ways that depends upon the message and its context in which it is being sent. Means that our message is completely depend on the target audience. It depends on the cost. It depends on the type of information and urgency, or you can say priority of information. Now, target audience. What do you mean by target audience? Target audience may be is literate person or illiterate person, deaf people, dumb people, like this. So means first of all you understand who is your audience. Then second one is cost. Then type of information, means which type of information you want to send to your audience. And last is urgency, means this message is important or urgent. Then only you can choose your communication method, either verbal, non-verbal, visual, or for this you have to choose your channel. Maybe it is you have to choose face-to-face interaction or phone conversation, or last one is digital. So digital method is more important while you send your message, spread your message at once. Now types of communication based on the communication channels. First is verbal communication, second is non-verbal communication, third one is visual communication. Now see, verbal communication. Verbal means oral. It refers to the form of communication in which message is transmitted verbally. Verbally in the sense of oral, nothing else. Communication is done by words of mouth and a piece of writing. Next is, in verbal communication, remember the acronym KISS. KISS means keep it short and simple. The message is always your short and simple. Then only verbal communication is possible. Now, verbal communication is divided into two forms. One is oral communication and second one is written communication. Now, oral communication. In oral communication, spoken words are used. It includes face-to-face conversations like speech, telephonic conversation, videos, just like this. Now I am making a video. So video is an example of oral communication. Radio is a medium. Television, voice over internet, like video conferencing is an example of voice over internet. Communication is influenced by pitch, volume, speed and clarity of speaking. Means oral communication depends on these criteria. Pitch of the sender who are sending the information, volume of sender, speed and clarity of speaking. Clear? The effectiveness of oral conversation depends not only the clarity of speech, void modulation, pitch, volume, speed, but also on non-verbal communication such as body language and visual cues. This time I am making this video. This video is a combination of speech, voice modulation, pitch, volume, speed, but here something is missing like body language and visual cues. So these 2 points are missing here. So maybe this video is not clear when you watch this video one time. If you are watching this video 2 or 3 times, then this video is more clear or understandable what I am trying to say. So it will fulfill these two things, body language and visual cues, when you are watching this video 2 or 3 times. Next is advantages of oral communication. The first advantage or major advantage is through the oral communication you can get quick feedback. Second one is it saves time in communication. Next is cost efficient, means it takes very less cost, means it is very cheaper. Then provides complete understanding of communication delivered and clarify doubts, means during the communication time you send your information to the receiver or your audience, and simultaneously you can take feedback, means quick feedback you can take from the audience. That's why your communication is complete. Disadvantages of oral communication: it has no legal validity, means no proof is there. It is not suitable for lengthy message, means किस हमने देखा था, keep it short and simple, so means it supports only keep in short and simple form, so lengthy message is not suitable here. It does not provide permanent record unless audio is recorded, means here permanently no record is there, but when you are taking audio recording, that is proofable or enough for you. Written communication is a kind of exchange of information in written form. For example, letters, reports, email, memorandum, SMS, contract, press releases, business proposals, handbooks, posters, brochures, all these are the example of written form. Through this you can transmit your information from one person to another person or your target audience. Message either in written form, means handwritten form, or typed electronically. This type of communication is only for formal business communication, and while you are using, you are issuing legal instruction, that time written communication is most important. Its effectiveness depends on the writing style, grammar, vocabulary and clarity, means that your message should be clear, which is understandable or understood by the audience. Vocabulary, here you use simple words, short and simple words which you understand by the target audience, means all kinds of audience easily understand that type of vocabulary you have to use. Choose proper writing. Advantages of written communication: first advantage is it provides detailed information. Second, it provides record and backup. Listen, when we are comparing written communication with oral communication, in oral communication it not provide detailed information. oral communication give information in very short form, whereas in written form, in written communication, it provide detailed information. Here in written communication, we can take its backup for future use. This type of communication is suitable for long messages. Next, message can be edited and revised. Means after some modification or some changes, we can send same message again to our target audience, because here backup is available. Next, a written message enables receiver to fully understand it and send appropriate feedback to the audience. Send appropriate feedback to the sender. Is it clear? Disadvantages of written communication. First point, it is only for literate people. Means literate people can easily understand written communication, written messages. Means written communication is only for literate people. Here illiterate people cannot understand written messages. Either it is handwritten or typed electronically. Next is, it is slow and time consuming. Whereas when we are talking about oral communication, that is fast. Why? Because there we can take simultaneously feedback. But here in written communication, it is slow. Here we cannot take simultaneously feedback. Next, delay in communication. And last is delayed feedback resulting further delay in decision making. I hope you understand about the written communication. What is written communication? Why it is important? What are its advantages and disadvantages? Is it clear? Till now we have covered verbal communication and its two parts. One is oral communication and second one is written communication. Now new topic is non-verbal communication. It is another type of communication, non-verbal communication. As the name indicates, the message is conveyed without the transmission of words. Means in that type of communication, here we will not use any kind of words. This form of communication comprises of gestures, body languages, symbols, and expressions. With expression, you may communicate your mood or opinion, or even you show your reactions. See the definition. Non-verbal communication is the sending or receiving of wordless messages. Wordless messages means without the word, we transmit our message in the form of gestures, body language, postures, or facial expressions. Here gesture means इशारे. मीन्स इशारों की फॉर्म में आप अपनी मैसेज को एक जगह से दूसरी जगह ट्रांसमिट करते. इज इट क्लियर? दिस टाइप ऑफ एग्जांपल्स कम्स अंडर नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन. नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन इज ऑल अबाउट द बॉडी लैंग्वेज ऑफ द स्पीकर. There are some elements of non-verbal communication. First is appearance of speaker. Second one is body languages, and third one is sound. Means non-verbal communication is depend on these three factors. First is appearance. Appearance means look and feel of the speaker. Means its or his or her clothing style, hairstyle, neatness. Appearance of surrounding means which type of room they are using, lighting effects, decorations. Next is body languages. Body language means facial expression, means through the facial expression they share their information. Gestures, postures comes under body languages. Next is sounds. Sounds, voice tone, volume or pitch rate, speech rate. In the sounds point, speaker don't speak too fast or too slow. Maintain a proper tone, speed and volume while speaking. It is very important while they are sending their message to the audience. Is it clear? Advantages of non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is helpful with the verbal communication. Next, it helps to communicate easily with specially abled people. Especially abled people means like deaf people, dumb people, etc. Physical signs and symbols help deaf people to understand and communicate. Disadvantages of non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is not suitable for long discussion. For long discussion, we have to use only written communication. Here, neither oral communication is used or nor non-verbal communication is used. Next, expressions or gestures may be misunderstood. सपोज आपने कुछ चीज पहले बोल दी और उसका जेस्चर पोस्चर उसके बाद में एक्सप्लेन किया, बाद में एक्सप्रेस किया, तो मे बी मैसेज टारगेट ऑडियंस को समझ में ना आ पाए. दैट्स व्हाई एक्सप्रेशन एंड जेस्चर्स मे बी मिसअंडरस्टूड. नेक्स्ट इज ऑफन सब्जेक्टिव एंड आल्सो द कॉन्टेक्स्ट and culture may not be the same for the sender and receiver. Every culture has different gestures and expressions that are considered good or bad. For example, in some Western cultures, women are greeted by cheek to cheek touching, but in Eastern culture, this is considered offensive. So means here culture plays a very important role. Different culture have different points where some things are good or some things are bad. I hope you understand about the non-verbal communication and its advantages and disadvantages. This is the last type of communication called visual communication. Till now we have discussed about verbal communication, non-verbal communication, and this is third type of communication is called visual communication. This type of communication relies on visual cues. Means here we use some symbols, shapes, drawing objects, presentation, etc. As per the proverb, a picture is worth 1,000 words. This line, this proverb is most important and it is used many places. It means that कि एक पिक्चर जो होती है वो हजारों शब्दों को कह जाती है. मतलब कई शब्द कहने के बजाय यदि हम एक पिक्चर शो करेंगे तो it gives its importance in place of words. It is more powerful than verbal and non-verbal communication. Visual aids such as signs, drawings, play card, presentations, other electronic resources, here we are used to communicate with the people. Means in visual communication we have to use only visual cues, nothing else. Here these are the advantages of visual communication. First is graphs, maps, illustrations complement the oral communication. Next, help retain information and understand the concept more clearly. Then third one is the amount of time spent in understanding is less as compared to other method of communication. And this is the disadvantages of visual communication. First and major disadvantage is problem of presentation. Means that all the topics or all subject matter cannot be presented through the visual communication. Means in some form we use some words, written forms, but every topic we not covered with the presentation or through the charts, graphs, etc. Next, a complete and detailed information cannot be displayed through the such communication. Means detailed information we provide only through the written form. We cannot provide detailed information through the visual communication. That's all for communication. Here in this, we discussed many types of communication like verbal, non-verbal and visual communication. In verbal communication, two subparts are there. One is oral and written communication. I hope all the points are clear to you. Students, everything I explained related to the communication, like what is communication, what are its method, types of communication, verbal communication, non-verbal communication, visual communication, its advantages, disadvantages. So all the things that are related to the communication I explained in this video, and you have to make notes through this video only. If any students having doubt regarding in any point, please ask to me, and you ask your doubts in the comment section. Write your doubt in comment section, or you write your doubt to my WhatsApp number directly. I think most of the students have my WhatsApp number. Thank you, class.